Scout, trying to figure out what love's about. Mom came busting through that door. What? No more.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. And here we go from LA. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. First carry of the game here for the rookie from Stanford. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
Gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They give it to him again. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Nickel look by the Chargers here, 3rd down. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. That route just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
All right, here's one of our game's first big risks. The offense lining up to go for it on their own side. They're going for it with Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. The defense seizing the opportunity. Great stop. They've got a turnover on downs, and they get their guys the ball in plus territory.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Downfield, and he has McConkey. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
12.
Working inside the red zone. And he sails that one over the end zone.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line, ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Herbert from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much as training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep them short like that, I promise you, some money will follow.
Dicker connects there. And that'll mark their first appearance in our scoring summary today.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they got the lead, early momentum with that field goal.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he mishit this one badly. It's out of bounds short of the 40, and they're going to take over at that spot. So first down from the 41. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Chiefs first down.
Well, that play right there, that one is wide linemen. They run the 40, do all the agility tests in their spandex at the combine. Yeah, having fast, agile, big guys up front lets them set the table so the running backs can go do their job.
They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
Okay, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He gets it complete to his man, Tyreek Hill. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's going to be first down, Kansas City. And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And first carry now, Brashawn Smith. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's second and 11. Back to throw, Mahomes. Short pass, Bryant. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet. That's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Into traffic, complete. And that's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs pull ahead 6-3 in the first. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He puts some juice on it deep. That's complete inside the 35. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards at the end.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Finding a run for back-to-back plays. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. The Chiefs in control so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Let's go, let's go.
In the red zone on first. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out. So no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. He powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Handoff now out of the gun. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the market gate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes escapes the pocket. He's going to end up out of bounds well short of that line, so the defense credited with a sack.
You know, that's one of those situations that you have to have awareness, right? You call it spatial awareness. You got to be conscious of the sideline and just simply get rid of the football. Looks like we saw a slight bit of panic there, hence going out for the sack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Completed to his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. This one's caught, Smith has it. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He's got Smith again. And this winds up a short gain to the 29. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there. We netted some positive yards. Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Another throw from Mahomes. And he can't escape. He goes down. A flag go down with him. Let's see, did somebody hold up front, or is this marker going to wipe away that great sack? This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. Running it after the penalty. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. It'll be 2nd down and 9, but not just yet. Only a couple of minutes to go in our first half. More football from SoFi in just a moment. Another carry for him. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They'll run here on 1st down. They've got a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Back-to-back carries here. And he will get this to the end zone for a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs get some late points and the lead. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there. Not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest hesitation for the defense. That slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Called in by Olave, left side. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Looking for a pass on 2nd and short. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field of play. That's incomplete, so we've got 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, you give him another foot of space, and he's going to bring that in for a nice gain. The throw, it just didn't give him enough real estate to establish possession before he hit the sideline.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Hey, Catholic. 12. Crowd right. Baylor tight. Ready.
Herbert now. Into the hands of Gadsden. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
Herbert to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. We've set it down from 37.
At the 37-yard line.
Hey, ram. Hey, go Lion.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. That's caught at the 4. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers take the lead just before halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra points. And the Chargers push their lead to 3.
17. Chiefs 14. Dicker, the kickoff for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down.
Yellow.
Looking to throw Mahomes. He's got some air under this one, deep down the middle. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Go, Lou, Eddie! Easy.
A second down throw for Mahomes. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. Flushed out of the pocket. Looking deep down the middle. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. And the Chargers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Butker on now to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Let's go. Ladies. Go. 12. Crowd right.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete. Amari on it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Finds him over the middle. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 35 out of that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
That's just so good. I mean, that is teaching tape right there. It's what you want your guys to do. To not just catch it and fall down, but have a plan. Yes, you got to catch it first, but then have a plan to go attack. Be aggressive. Get those yards after catch. That is a job well done.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Deep behind the line. The ball is out. But the Chargers were the first to get to that one, so it'll stay with them. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
This is caught near the pylon. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route cadence combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, it's a big boy throw. It's a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Hey, Cap, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Working inside the red zone. From the pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home. That's sack.
Leading 10 yards now as they line up. It's 2nd and goal.
12. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Set.
Herbert back to throw. He brings it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers pull the lead coming out at halftime. Chris Olave with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. You should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's a 2-score game. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Chiefs 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to put it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play with whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. Back to the well again. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Now it's Mahomes. This finds its target. That's Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Chiefs 1st down. Give now to the running back. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, that's a little hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it's going to be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door, bigger gap in the future.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. To the air, Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. That's going to be 1st down, Kansas City.
You know, they really love that Drake because he's one of those guys that you count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone shuts him down.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. So we're through 3 here. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable.
At the Chargers' 20-yard line.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. The give now out of the shotgun. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking right, and he finds it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Hauled in by Worthy, right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
So much credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they can give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give it.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Benjamin St. Just picks it off.
Chargers 28, Chiefs 20.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball into the 35 to begin this drive. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Throw left side, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A pickup of 17. That's going to be good for an LA first down.
First and a great throw to a nice route catch to move in the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Taking a chance to the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
It's complete. This is Olave. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Move the chain! Gotta move them chains! Full momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers leading by 8. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Cap 21. Go.
Now Herbert again. And he's got it. It's in close. That is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers lead by 15 now.
35, Chiefs 20. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Return starts from the goal line. Returnable from near the end zone. And he's out of bounds at the 16. Going to be a long field ahead for them on this possession.
Their own 16-yard line.
Now Kansas City looks settled in and ready. Here we go. 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. Mahomes on 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. No one's around him. He's got space. Now here he goes down the right sideline. And he is down inside the 35-yard line.
Kate, that play so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big. They can block at the line of scrimmage. But the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Connecting on the slant. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. Even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's a Chiefs first down. Back to the air, Mahomes. He finds Smith here underneath. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. It's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Brought in. And that's going to be an 8-yard gain, it looks like, as it puts them in goal to go. Chiefs in the hurry up, trying to get everyone to the line. Another throw for Mahomes. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. With a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. To throw. And all right, it's a touchdown in the final moments. So win still very unlikely, but a sliver of hope now after that play. Now we're trying to keep a sliver of hope alive and make things a 1-score game. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the 4th.
Chiefs 27.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. And this is going to be a touchback, Brock, so we'll see what they decide to do with the final seconds they've got left here.
35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Lion. Hey, go Lion. 59. Hey, Ram. Ready?
They're going to pass it here. All in left side. The stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Chargers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at